afternoon, everyone. Cheers.
Cheers.
Welcome to Toe TV. It is Thursday. It is PM. We have died. We have died. Ooh, I have a nail that just totally broke. We have dyed something that required blue and purple. Can you guess what? Have you come to say hello? I'm Mary Beth.
I'm Helen.
And this is Tabitha. We are the creative hands, minds, and paws behind Toad Hollow. And welcome. Okay. All right, so today we thought we'd do a little bit of State of the Knitting because it's spring. And I've started 2 new projects because why not? All right, first project. I am blaming Kate of the Last Lonely House for this because she was showing her work and I'm like, everybody has done this. A lot of people, not everybody, but lots and lots of people have done the Cozy Memory Blanket.
We're only like
and the
5 years behind everybody. So.
And I've never wanted to do it. And then I saw hers and I'm like, well, now I want to do it. So I've started making a mitered square blanket. I am doing it in my DK scraps that I'm supposed to be crocheting, and I have decided I'm going to knit instead because I really like knitting and I really don't like crocheting too much. So we went to the Knitting Squirrel, which is the one that Kate is using, and got the pattern from her. It is a basic mitered square, and I'm trying to get one done a day.
I will link her blog down below.
So I have done, this is Alice, this is Gingerbread House. This is My Reality is Different from Yours. And it's just, it does not take terribly long. It takes me about an hour to do
I was going to say, if I were just focusing on it, I think I probably could do it in like a half hour, 45 minutes.
But we're doing them in DK. Well, I'm doing them in DK. And I love how big the square is. Yeah. I think that was part of the problem that I had with some of the other ones. The squares were too small. And it's just too patchy and too, like... too much. I need bigger squares. So I really, really like these. And you knit it onto your thing. So for my next square, I'm going to pick up coming down this side, then pick up going across here, and then knit it together into the mitered square. And it's just, it's really, really cool. I like it very, very much. So I'm trying, as I said, I'm trying to do one a night, and that's how far I've gotten.
I am a lemming. And you know,
instead of blaming Kate, Helen's blaming me.
Right, I was going to say, if Mary was going to do it, then I want to do it. So I am also using my DK minis. So I have done Alice, Down the Rabbit Hole, and the Queen of Hearts. And I really, as Mary Beth said, I like the bigger squares because you really get to see what the yarn looks like.
Right.
So that... you know, purely utilitarian thing, if we want to bring it to a show or something like that, you can just point to squares and say, okay, that's how that knits up, that's how that knits up, and you really get a good idea. So, and also just for the aesthetic of it, I like the bigger squares.
So do I.
And I like DK.
Oh my god, I love DK.
So, DK's the new fingering, just in case you didn't know that.
There you go. So I have decided that what I'm going to do is I'm going to do a tonal and a variegated and a tonal and a variegated and alternate them. So I'm going to have a variegated here, and then I'll have a variegated up here and a variegated over here. So I just have to look through things and find variegated yarns and put them in.
Just going to have to knit a whole bunch more in DK.
Yeah.
So,
or look through, you know, all the bits and pieces that we have left over from other stuff and... find them and then put them in. So yeah, no, I'm really, really happy with it. I love the way it looks. So I did that, and then I cast on something else. It's not a sweater, it's a shawl. Our friend Heather is knitting a sweater for the Mycroft for another friend of ours, and she's doing it in our Spectre. She showed it to us last night on our Zoom call. Oh my god, I just want to drop everything, cast it on, probably in Spectre, because it looks so good in the gray. So good. So anyway, looks gorgeous. But what I did do was I cast on the Part-a-Lot Shawl by Amber O'Brien. This is a very simple shawl to follow, very easy.
Amber O'Brien's about to start a knit-along, a mystery knit-along in
you hold her? I have to get
April. And we were looking at it, and then we started looking at all her other shawls. She has got some gorgeous,
oh my gosh, she does. She really does. There's one that I'm dying to cast on. But it didn't work with the colors that I wanted to do. So I am doing this in Have I Gone Mad and the March Hare. I really wanted to do something in these two colors that would showcase how well they went together. So you start with one color down here, and then you slowly bring in, you alternate with slip stitches the other one, and then you bring in the second color and do
so you're doing
a lace
set of
and now I'm doing another set of slip stitches, and then I'm going to go into another block of the yellow.
It's gorgeous.
It really is. I really like this
mosaic work.
Yeah, this mosaic work is really, really pretty. And I love the way the March Hare is. So
for this one, the yellow's in front, and this one,
the blue's in front.
That's fantastic.
Yeah, so you're alternating it. It's really, really pretty.
I love the effect.
And I love, love, love the yellow coming behind the blue, where the blue's in front.
So you think it's going to take one skein of each?
Yes. I think you use
because everybody's going to fall
a little bit less of the yellow of a color 1 than you do of color 2.
But you wouldn't need more than one.
No more than one. I'm pretty sure she has 340 yards of color 1 and 400 yards of color 2.
Okay. So and just one skein of each of the colors in fingering.
Right.
God, I really love the effect of that.
Yes. So here you can see on this, see that? This pointy end here is what I'm doing yellow. And then you do a thing of the brown up here. Okay, so for this one where it's laid out, the brown up here is the blue, the March Hare that I've just done. Now I'm going to do a long stretch of the yellow after, and then I'm going to wind up
this here.
And then I'm going to wind up casting off in the March Hare.
Okay.
And I think it's...
But this is what I'm talking about.
A picot binding.
Down here, how this is the mosaic work. And the yellow is forward. And then here, it's the same mosaic work, but the blue is forward. I just think that's so cool.
Nope. Wait.
Nope. What?
I think I'm going to do 2 more sections. So I'm about to go into my second color yellow. So here's one where it's all laid out. All right, so I'm about to do my second section of yellow. That's going to be right there. Then I'm going to do another section of blue, another section of yellow, and then cast off in the blue. So they're going to be 3 sections of each.
So it's going to be a nice big wraparound shawl too.
And sail shape, which is the kind I really, really like. So I'm going to really use it. And I love the way...
Have 6,000 stitches.
No, and I love the way it's...
They work together.
They work together. I think they're so pretty together. So that's the...
Good job, Mary Beth.
Thank you. That's the Part-a-Lot Shawl, P-A-R-D-A-L-O-T-E shawl by Amber O'Brien. 2 colors, 1 skein of each. Gorgeous. Absolutely gorgeous. Yeah, no, it's really pretty. I really like this a lot. And it's fun to knit. It really is. So, it's just a matter of keeping track of, it's an 8, most of them are an 8-line repeat, and you just have to remember, you know, am I getting close to the 8th line, because that's the
eyelet.
The eyelets.
Okay. Okay, cool.
Yeah, so fun. Very fun. But I've got it in my good notes with all my other patterns and stuff, and it's very easy to keep track of what I'm doing. Yeah. Okay, so quick reminder, we are doing cutting in heels for Afterthought Heels this Saturday at 1 o'clock. Helen has made an event on Crafting with the Toads.
Yeah, and it's got the Zoom link for it. So
everything is there, so you can come and join us. It's going to be 1 o'clock Eastern time, so we're doing that. We are doing our Andrea Mowry cast on party. That will be,
what are they doing in here?
I don't know, March 31st. So shall we talk about that? Because we're doing 2?
What?
Okay, so March 31st, we're doing
yeah.
our cast-on party, and we had a couple of people who asked us if we could do it later, because they're in later time zones. So we thought what we'll do is we'll do...
Well, actually, people asked, we were going to do it
at 4.
At like 7. And then we got asked by international viewers if we could do it a little bit earlier because that's like midnight for them. So we have one for 4. Then people say, well, what if I work and I'm on the West Coast? Okay, so we're going to do 1 at 4.
I think we're going to do... Did we say we were doing it at 3?
Oh, we're going to do 1 at 3. 1 at 3 and 1 at 7 that day. We're going to set up events in Crafting with the Toads. And for those of you that haven't been paying attention, just kidding. We are going to be casting on the Boho Blush Shawl by Andrea Mowry. We'll talk next week a little bit more about colors and the colors Meredith and I have chosen.
I can't.
Right. We can talk about the colors I've chosen. Meredith has chosen one color and it is debuting on March 31st.
So you can't see it until then. But spoiler alert, I'm using April's yarn.
Shock.
But wait till you see it because it's gorgeous.
So we will cast on March 31st. And in between now and then, Meredith and I are going to break up the pattern so that, you know, on a weekly basis, we know generally about how much we want to get done each week. We're all going to laugh hysterically when we don't reach even 1 week, but
we're going to have
goals.
Who
knows? We'll have goals, right?
We'll have goals. But anyway, you need what? You need 3
essentially, you need 3 skeins of yarn, and whether you do 3 of the same color, or you do 3. I am doing 3 separate colors, and Marybeth's going to do all 1 color.
Right.
So it's it's the Boho Blush by Andrea Mowry, and if you go to the Ravelry page for it, I'll put a link down below, and go into the project so you can see other people who have done it in multiple colors.
Right.
So.
And if you're not a knitter and you want to crochet or cross stitch or sew and just join us, you're more than welcome to come and join us. If you are a knitter and you don't want to make this, that's fine. Cast on something else.
Yeah.
We don't care. We're not even going to know.
Right.
So just come join us. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's going to be a small fee to do it. And then,
yeah, there's going to be a $5 fee to join the Zoom. So.
Right. Okay. And then we'll get together and have another one like a couple of weeks later to see how we're doing. And we'll have a couple of midnights.
We'll see, yeah.
Okay, so come join us for that.
Yeah, start picking your colors.
Right. That's part of the fun, picking the colors. Okay, and then the last thing was the mystery sock set.
Okay.
Because we're going to be dyeing that next week. So that's only going to be up for another couple of days. So if you haven't gotten it and you want to get it, please go buy it now. It's under Mystery Sock Set. So if you want to be a part of that, we need to know because we're going to get the final count after this weekend and start dyeing next week.
Yeah.
Okay. I think that's all I have.
I think so.
How about you? Anything?
No, I'm good.
All right. So tomorrow we're going to be talking about Moxie. Come join us if you would like. If you've seen it, that's great. It's on Netflix. We both we liked it very much, so we're hoping to have a chat with you about it.
Yeah.
Okay. Alrighty. I think we're done.
Okay. Go forth and create, everybody.
We have something good waiting for us, so. Yes. Have a wonderful rest of the day.
Yeah.
And we'll see you tomorrow.
Bye.
Bye.